Seatbelts, everyone! Please let this be a normal field trip. With a friend? No way!
Cruising on down Main Street, you're relaxed and feeling good. Next thing that you know, you'll see it. Octopus in the neighborhood, surfing on the sound wave, swinging through the stars. Take a left at Human Testing, take your second right back Mars on the magic scuba. Alligator nostril, climb on the magic scuba. Make a plankton too. On our magic scuba. Drop the river of lava on magic scuba. Such a fine thing to do. So strap your buns right to the seat. Come on in and don't be shy. Just to make your day complete. You might get baked into a pie on the magic scuba. Step inside, it's a wilder ride. Come on, right on the magic scuba.
Type in your name and click the Go button when you're ready to play.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Little Bumblebear's Let's Play. I'm Kristen Little Bumblebear, and we are back with more Magic School Bus, one of my favorite series.
Type in your name
This
and
is
click
Magic
the Go
School
button
Bus
when you're
Explores
ready to play.
Bugs. We're going to learn about all of our insect friends. I hope you enjoy. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more nostalgic gaming. I have a Twitter and Instagram you can check out, a streaming channel, and a Discord open to everyone, so the links are down below. But yes, let's get started. Enjoy.
Off to our adventure.
Our terrarium is just like a real forest, with rich soil and lots of plants. There's even some water for our bugs to take a bath.
Not a big plus if you're a stink bug.
That underwing moth has drab outer wings which help him blend into this tree. But look at the beautiful colors of his underwings. When he flashes them, the colors scare his predators away.
And they're off. The giant water bug has taken the lead, followed by the back swimmer.
This is amazing camouflage. Can you tell where the leaves end and the leaf insect begins? These ants are marching one by one, taking these leaves back to their colony.
Our meadow bugs will have a ball living in this terrarium. But Wanda, it looks like our team is short one player.
What do you mean, Ralphie?
There's a bug missing from our terrarium. I don't know how this could have happened. Lots of bugs eat by sucking the sap out of plants. It works for them, but if I slurped up my soup at home, I'd be in big trouble. If you want to get the buzz on bees and wasps, then read my report. To find out about these little stingers, just click on the picture. Bees and wasp homes. Wasps and bees are good house builders. Their homes are made from different materials. This is a wax hive that wild honeybees built in a tree hole. These paper wasps make paper by chewing wood. They use the paper to build a nest for their babies. Wow, it looks just like a papier-mâché basketball. These may look like mud tubes, but they're really nurseries for babies that will grow up to be organ-pipe mud dauber wasps. We know that bees are insects because they have 6 legs and 3 body parts. This big furry bumblebee, like all bees, is a strict vegetarian. Wasps have big eyes and they can see all of the colors, except for green and red. It's a good thing they don't use traffic lights in wasp country. I thought that wasps and bees could bite until I discovered that their stingers are on their abdomens, not in their mouths. Bugs tend to stay away from wasps because they're fierce predators and eat other bugs. This bee didn't stand a chance. Wasps like meat, but it isn't their only meal. These yellow jackets, like most other wasps, also like to eat fruit. Wasps have big eyes and they can see all of the colors, except for green and red. It's a good thing they don't use traffic lights in wasp country. I thought that wasps and bees could bite until I discovered that their stingers are on their abdomens, not in their mouths. Bugs tend to stay away from wasps because they're fierce predators and eat other bugs. This bee didn't stand a chance. Wasps like meat, but it isn't their only meal. These yellow jackets, like most other wasps, also like to eat fruit.
We've got enough flowers and plants in our meadow terrarium for the bugs to play their favorite game, hide and seek.
I guess they don't have enough room in there for baseball.
Wanda here, reporting on What is a Bug? To find out more, click on the pictures. Most kids call any small, creepy, crawly animal a bug. But to a scientist, a bug has to be an insect. Insects are arthropods, which means that their skins are their skeletons. All insects, like the stag beetle, have 6 jointed legs. They also have 3 body parts: the head, the middle, which is called the thorax, and the abdomen. They also have antennae and sometimes wings. Insects have compound eyes, made up of many 6-sided facets. Each facet sees a small part of the whole picture. It's like looking at hundreds of tiny puzzle pieces and fitting them all together to see the whole picture. Insects. Most kids call any small, creepy, crawly animal a bug. But to a scientist, a bug has to be an insect. Insects are arthropods. Creepy, crawly animals like this Argiope spider are arachnids, not insects. Like insects, arachnids are arthropods. Their skin is their skeleton. However, arachnids are different from insects because they have 8 legs and only 2 body parts. They also don't have antennae or wings. Pill bugs are also not insects because they have more than 6 legs. Although the millipede is an arthropod, it has way too many legs to be an insect or arachnid. The word millipede means thousands of feet. It turns out that insects have some pretty large relatives, including this shrimp. They're called crustaceans. The crab is also a crustacean. Crustaceans are called bugs of the sea, even though there are no insects living in the ocean. Scorpions are arachnids. They have 8 legs and 2 body parts, and are therefore relatives of the spider.
Does anyone know why the spider went to the travel agency?
It needed a vacation?
Close, Keisha. It wanted to see the World Wide Web.
Carlos, we've got just the right plants in here for our forest bugs, but I think one of them is missing.
I know, Keisha, but I'm trying not to let it bug me.
Look at how well the orchid mantis blends right into that flower. Now that's what I call camouflage. We run our terrarium like a first-class hotel. These bugs are our guests, and it's our job to meet their every need.
That's what I call room service. My report is all about the good, the bad, and the bizarre bugs. Click on the pictures to get started. Some bugs, like this ladybug larva, help us take care of our gardens. It eats the aphids that suck the life out of plants. This ladybug grub is enjoying an aphid dinner. This beautiful lacewing is another favorite of gardeners because both the babies and adults eat lots of aphids. Some bugs. Here's a close-up of a bug that nobody likes. Ask this guy what makes him tick, and he'll say 8 legs and sucking blood. That's why this sheep tick is not a welcome visitor. Farmers don't like to see potato aphids on their plants because they can destroy crops. But, on the other hand, ladybugs and lacewings love them for lunch. Dogs may hate fleas, but I think they're cool looking. Their long legs are definitely designed for jumping. There are some bizarre looking bugs in the world. This alligator or peanut bug, found in the rainforest of Costa Rica, could win a prize for being peculiar. Although this bug may look fierce, it's a gentle vegetarian. This little dust mite is definitely odd looking. But don't worry, you'll never see one with your naked eye. It's so tiny, you need a microscope to get a good look at it. Yikes, this spike-headed katydid is so funny looking, I think he's cute. But to other bugs, his fierce look and color say keep away.
Bug Behaviors by me, Keisha. To find out more about the special talents of bugs, click on the pictures. Everybody knows that lots of bugs chew leaves. But did you know that many bugs actually help make fruit by pollinating flowers? Bugs visit flowers to get yummy pollen and nectar, but they also spread pollen from one flower to another. This helps create seeds, and seeds grow into fruits. Different bugs use different methods to get their food. The predaceous diving beetle larvae catch their prey by waiting with their long jaws wide open. When a tasty meal swims by, the larvae lunges forward, injects its victim with a digestive enzyme, and then sucks it down. This blue jacket dragonfly catches its prey by holding its bristly front legs together to form a basket. When a fly buzzes by, the dragonfly swoops down and scoops up the fly in mid-flight. The female Photurus firefly catches male fireflies of other species by fooling them. The Photurus female flashes the signal of a female from another firefly species, and this tricks the male into thinking she wants to mate. When the male flies down, the female Photurus gobbles him up. Ants often live in large colonies. The colonies are made up of worker ants, army ants, babies, and a queen. These female worker ants are working together to catch food. The ants sweep through an area, outnumbering and overpowering their prey. These leaf-cutting ants are very well organized, as they work together to gather food for the colony. These awesome worker army ants have huge jaws for carrying food back to the nest and for protecting their queen. This queen ant is responsible for producing all the baby ants in her colony. She is much larger than the other ants in the colony.
I can't wait to enter our terrarium in the science fair. Before this project, I didn't even know what a terrarium was.
According to my research, a terrarium is a place for our bugs and plants. My research also says that ours is gonna win big. Isn't this amazing? It's an emperor dragonfly during his metamorphosis from nymph to adult. Some people think insects are gross and useless, but certain bugs can be very helpful. For example, ladybugs will eat up the aphids that like to suck on the vegetables in your garden. I know there were 5 bugs in our jungle terrarium, Arnold, and now there are only 4. They've got all the food and plants they need, so why would one of them want to leave?
I'll bet the mosquito is one bug that even Phoebe thinks is useless.
Then you're in for a surprise, Arnold. Lots of fish and birds eat mosquitoes, which makes them an important link in the food chain. They also...
Okay. The next time a mosquito bites me, I'll say thank you. I did my report on beetles. Just click on the pictures to find out more. Ever wonder why the firefly's lights shine so bright? These beetles produce light in their abdomens. The light shines right through their transparent skin. Both male and female fireflies flash, but they use different signals. Males usually flash while flying, and females flash when they're on the ground. Some fireflies can synchronize their light patterns so that they all glow at the same time. When they land on a tree, they light it up, just like a Christmas tree. Even firefly larvae and grubs can glow, so it's no surprise that baby fireflies are called glowworms. It seems there's no end to the variety of beetles. In fact, there are more species of beetles than any other animal on Earth. These tough rhinoceros beetles live in Costa Rica. Doesn't this tortoise beetle look like a small turtle? It hides its legs under golden wings that are just like a shell. Check out this dung beetle. Believe it or not, that huge ball of dung he's rolling around is his dinner. Baby beetles like this June bug are called grubs. Although these babies eat plants and roots, many grubs can be hunters too. Like the adults, the diving beetle grubs can breathe air through their snorkel tails. Predaceous diving beetle grubs are such fierce predators that some people call them water tigers.
Bugs can crawl, bugs can fly, they live underground and in the sky. Sit on your nose, get in your head, those little bugs get everywhere.
According to my research, spiders are not insects because real insects have only 6 legs and spiders have 8.
I hope there's nothing around here that they ate.
Okay, does anyone know why the water strider has 4 long legs and 2 short ones?
My sources tell me that it uses 2 long legs for rowing and 2 long ones for steering through the water.
And that leaves 2 short front legs to hold its prey.
The pond in our terrarium is a perfect home for these water bugs. But according to my records, Tim, we should have 5 bugs in here, and there are only 4. I can't imagine what's happened. My report is about the life cycles of bugs. Just click on the pictures to find out more. According to my research, juvenile bugs look like miniature adults. The only difference is they don't have their wings yet. This juvenile assassin bug has tiny wings, which are starting to develop. As the juvenile stink bug grows, it sheds its skin or molts. After each molt, the wings get bigger and bigger. Juveniles use color as a defense mechanism, just like adults. The bright yellow and black colors on this grasshopper juvenile are a signal to birds and other predators that he's not something they'd like to eat. Many insects that grow up in the water have young that look completely different from the adults. They are known as nymphs. This dragonfly nymph is a fierce little baby. Stonefly nymphs have gills which they use to breathe underwater. When they get older, they crawl up onto a plant, split their skin, and an adult air-breathing stonefly emerges. Promethea moth babies are called larvae. Larvae also do not resemble their parents. They have to build a cocoon before they can hatch into a moth. This transformation is called complete metamorphosis. Let's watch this monarch butterfly go through a complete metamorphosis. It begins life as an egg that hatches into a caterpillar. After growing larger and shedding its skin several times, the caterpillar suspends itself from a leaf, sheds its skin one last time, and changes into a chrysalis or pupa. During the next 10 days, the caterpillar's organs turn into a milky liquid inside the chrysalis, and new butterfly organs take their place. As this happens, the green chrysalis slowly becomes clear, and you can see the adult butterfly inside. The metamorphosis is complete when the new butterfly emerges from its chrysalis. When the butterfly first breaks out, its wings are crumpled and soft. After a couple of hours, the butterfly's wings expand and harden, and the butterfly flies away.
Flight by Tim. Click on the pictures to check out how bugs fly. Monarch butterflies are one of the few insects that fly south for the winter, flying over 1,000 miles to Mexico, Florida, and California. Once they arrive, they live together in just a few trees. Most bugs, however, only travel far enough to find food. This swarm of insects darkening the sky contains millions of flying grasshoppers called locusts, searching for something to eat. Dragonflies are incredible flyers and often travel long distances. They fly so quickly that they surprise their prey. They can move straight up or down like a rocket, or hover and stop in midair like a helicopter. Beetles fly by lifting their hard shields, called elytra, and then quickly flapping their fragile flight wings. Butterflies fly with a slower, gentle flap. Body size, wing size, shape, and speed determine if and how a bug flies. The kind of wings an insect has helps determine the way it flies. Dragonflies' wings are ribbed with veins that make them strong. Their wings are connected directly to their flight muscles, giving them the power they need to fly up to 60 miles an hour. When a beetle wants to fly, it lifts up its pair of hard front wings and holds them out of the way. Then the beetle unfurls its back wings and uses them to fly. Lace wings have long, clear, transparent wings covered with veins. Although these wings look very fragile, lace wings are excellent flyers.
Not only is this lacewing beautiful and graceful, but it's a favorite of gardeners since it eats harmful aphids.
What's this? My finely tuned feelers tell me there's a bug missing from each of your terrariums. This may be a case of lizard larceny. But don't worry, we'll find those missing bugs and bring them back to their habitual habitats. And because the bugs we're looking for are so very small...
Oh no! More shrinking! I'm a growing boy. At this rate, I'll never make the basketball team.
Just click on the bus and away we go. Class, we've no time to lose. To the bus! And don't forget our trusty clipboard. We'll be checking it for clues. You're in the driver's seat now. And just in case somebody asks you for a license, let's go pick one up. Before we can get this show on the road, you have to have a driver's license. Just click on the ladybugs to select the skin, hair, and features you want. Then, when you've got the perfect look, click on the back arrow and we'll be off. Oh my, you look marvelous. Now there's a truly fabulous face. That's an interesting look. It's a snap to get where you're going. First, click on the steering wheel, and from there, you can go anywhere. To the back of the bus. Welcome to the back of the bus, where fantastic fun awaits you. Go ahead, click on a machine, and enjoy the widgets and experience the whatchamacallits. As my Uncle Busby always says, music makes the wheels go round. Click a button on this jukebox. There are some familiar artists to choose from, so let's get this bus humming.
Shoo fly, don't bother me. Spider, please hear my plea. Mosquito, please go away. I should have stayed home today.
Oh dear, what can the matter be? The heron has eaten the dragonfly. Don't you see? The dragonfly's eaten the boatman, and now the mosquito is eating the algae.
There once was a bird who swallowed a fly. It tasted bad, but she gave it a try. I wonder why. There once was a bird who swallowed a spider that wriggled and tickled and jiggled inside her. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. It stuck in her throat, but she gave it a try. I wonder why. There once was a bird who ate a glowworm, a slimy thing that would make you squirm. She ate the worm to follow the spider. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. It made her feel sick, but she gave it a try. I wonder why. There once was a bird who ate a big bug. It made her so sick she rolled on the rug. She ate the big bug to catch the worm. She ate the worm to follow the spider. She ate the spider to catch the fly. She really was sorry she gave it a try. Oh me, oh my!
And on that leaf, there were some eggs. First came the egg. Then came the larva. The larva made a pupa. The pupa made a beetle. Hey ho, don't you know it's a metamorphosis? Take me out to the jungle. Let's look for the bugs in the pond. We'll check out the forest and meadow. I don't care just as long as we go. The itsy bitsy spider was hiding on a leaf. Along came a cricket, the cricket came to grief. Down swooped a bird, quicker than the rain. Now the itsy bitsy spider is part of the food chain.
Time to get wildly creative with our eco posters. You can choose a ready-made back. Get ready to decorate your Want Some Bugs to... Introducing the E for Excellence Experiment Machine. Click on the arrows to make your selection. There's no doubt about it. Insects are frequent flyers. How do they do it? They've got the right wings, the right body, and the right wing speed to get them going. Good job! This little honeybee can buzz off perfectly to wherever it would like to go. Moth takeoff completed, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty rough flight. Try a different... Look at that Luna moth fly. He's really got what it... Wow! What a spectacular flight for this tiger moth. Nice... That's one big, sad dragonfly. My, oh my! Look at that darner dragon. Fly! This skimmer dragonfly is having the flight of her life, and you... Congratulations! That bumblebee has everything it needs to fly like a pro. Here's the chance you've been waiting for to try your hand at building your very own bug. Go ahead and select a body, some legs, and some wings if you want. How can that be? It's a real oddity. Very unique, I feel. It's just as we feared. This bug is... How can that be? It's a real oddity. I have to admit, that one really bugs me. Very unique, I feel. But is it real? It could be a real star, if it wasn't so bizarre. It's just as we feared. This bug is really weird. You did it! A tropical walking stick it is. Wow! You've given that flying ant plenty of wing power. See? It's a... Ever wonder who would get trounced if you put a fierce yellow jacket and a tough ambush bug together? Well, here's your chance to pair off some bugs and animals and see who comes out on top. To choose your contenders, click each box until you find the two you want. Then, click on the bell and watch them come out swinging and stinging. That ambush bug's great camouflage wins this one. That yellow jacket didn't even see it. This shrewd shrew eats bugs and spiders, too. Worse than hot pepper spray in your eyes, the bombardier beetle wins this one. Luckily for that ambush bug, his colors help him blend into that flower, so it's hard for the bird to see him. That Argiope's web is strong, and the spider quickly wraps up its prey. Those haunting eyes of the Io moth scare this little shrew. Fireflies use light to signal each other. Each species has its own language of love, but the males and females don't always say the same thing. If just the right signals are made, the two fireflies will live happily ever after. But if signals are crossed, they'll either go their separate ways or the would-be groom becomes a meal. Your job is to find the different patterns that go together. Click on the male and female to choose a light pattern for each. Well, it looks like these two don't speak. That female firefly really fooled that lovesick male. Looks like this was his last. Welcome to the game machine, where you can add games you collect out in the wild. You can come here whenever you like and play your games again and again.
I'm the Jitterbug. I know all the moves, and I'm here to jigger up fabulous facts for you-know-who. Fact number 1, here goes. Cicadas can sing up a storm by vibrating a part of their body that's like a drum.
Use this clipboard to get clues about the missing bugs by clicking on the question marks in the nets. There are 4 bugs to find that are missing from their terrariums. Remember, there are 4 habitats to explore, and there's a missing bug in each one.
Pond.
This bug lives in the stinky mud without a care, because it uses its tail to reach the fresh air. This big baby will someday reach the sky, in spite of the fact that rats don't fly. This final clue should help you without fail. Find the caterpillar look-alike with a mouse's tail.
Jungle.
You'll find this creature with something it has found, and that it's very devoted to rolling around. Walking backward is what this beetle likes to do. Watch out, or it surely will bump into you. It needs what everyone else throws away. This beetle makes good use of dung every day.
Forest.
This insect loves the light, but it always flies at night. Look for one big eye spot on each wing. You can see right through them to everything. You're sure to find this bug as soon as I tell you it has a silk cocoon.
Meadow.
A tisket, a tasket, this insect has a basket. It hovers and flies on wings so wide, over the ground you will see it glide. These big flies guard their territory like a dragon in a bedtime story. It's up to you. Where I'm all for the forest. Do your stuff, Bus.
Does the forest have a lot of bugs that bite?
Only when they're hungry, Arnold.
I knew I should have brought some extra lunch.
I hear adventure call from where the trees are tall. You've been for a ride. Now it's time to go outside.
Pond.
Jungle.
Forest. This insect loves the light, but it always flies at night. Look for one big eye spot on each wing. You can see right through them to everything. You're sure to find this bug as soon as I tell you it has a silk cocoon. It's been a wild ride. Now let's see what's outside. I'm so glad to see you feasting your eyes on the forest. If you're doing some detective work, you just might want to check the terrarium for clues.
Just before it becomes a moth, the polyphemus caterpillar lives inside a beautiful silken cocoon.
Click this net on any bug you need to catch.
It's great to see our polyphemus moth back where she belongs. This giant silk moth is very special.
It's a fine and dandy day because it's time to give away our Master Bug Inspector Certificate. 1 bug down and 3 to go.
At the beginning of spring, the morning cloak butterfly comes out of hibernation to sip the sap dripping from the trees.
And how delightfully delicious sipping sap really is. When spring's in the air, there's food everywhere.
I know there are zillions of bugs around here, but they're very hard to see. They blend in so well with all the shades of green and brown in the forest.
I wonder what my friends will say when I tell them I morphed into a Luna moth.
The red admiral belongs to a group called the brush-footed butterflies because its front legs are like little brushes. I tried to get close to one of them, but it gave me the brush off. My report.
They've come out swinging, and on the left side of the branch we have Dangerous Dan the stag beetle. Look how he's put the lock on the intruder. Down he goes. Yes, he's out for the count. Some ground beetles have long, narrow heads so they can reach inside a snail's shell to gobble it up.
They're really ahead of the game.
With 6 long legs, that ground beetle is built for speed. And even if it were a slowpoke, it could easily catch the snails and slugs it loves to eat.
If you ever get the feeling you're being watched like a hawk, it just might be the robber fly. When he sees something he likes, he'll take off after it, and then zap!
That nest under the ground used to belong to a mouse. Now it's the winter home of the queen bumblebee.
She seems happy there, but you'd think royalty could afford something better. What's that sound?
It's the cicadas. They make that sound by vibrating a part of their body that's like a drum.
Don't they ever take a break? I mean, they just go on and on and on. You've got to be very patient if you're a dome-weaving spider waiting for a meal to come by. But patience is usually rewarded.
That snowy tree cricket is rubbing its wings together to make music. It's like she's playing the violin. One wing is a bow, and the other is like a string.
Some bugs you see will be more...
I don't think metallic boring beetles are boring at all. In fact, they're so colorful that people in Asia wear them as jewelry.
Honeybees live all together in a colony. The queen, the drones, and the workers. The female worker bees fly in and out of the hive, bringing pollen and nectar to everyone. If you want to see a factory in action, look at a paper wasp. They chew little bits of wood which they mix with their saliva, and presto, they spit out paper.
Hurrah for the forest! It's where bugs galore live up in the trees and down on the floor.
Honeybees live all...
The Sphinx moth is named after its caterpillar stage, when it looks a lot like an Egyptian sphinx.
June bugs have hard top wings that protect their underwings, which are used for flying. To add more bugs to your collection, click on other bugs in this habitat.
Help this worker ant get through the maze and bring food to her queen. Just click ahead of her or use your arrow keys to make her go. The ant needs to pick up all food and bring it to the queen. Look out for the shortcuts, but remember to keep an eye out for ant-eating bugs and other... You made it through. Yes, there's no... Fantastic! Great job! Come back again soon! Your click is my command. Meet you at the meadow. Take it away, Bus.
I love to skip through the meadow with the wind in my hair.
We're almost there. I'm so glad you've chosen to visit the magnificent meadow with its multitude of meandering bugs. Looking for bugs at
Pond,
Jungle.
Meadow.
a tisket, a tasket. This insect has a basket. It hovers and flies on wings so wide. Over the ground you will see it glide. These big flies guard their territory like a dragon in a bedtime story. It's been a wild ride. Now let's see what's outside.
The milkweed beetle has the same colors as the monarch butterfly. I guess this is supposed to tell predators like me that they both taste really bad.
Attaboy, Arnold. Bright colors on insects usually say, we're not good to eat, so stay away.
That monarch butterfly is wearing the same colors we see on the scariest night of the year. Most bugs that live in the meadow are real good flyers. Our missing bug could be miles away by now.
What bug would want to leave this meadow, Ralphie? With all these flowers, it's such a perfect habitat. Everybody likes ladybugs, except the aphids and other garden pests that they eat. That potter wasp nest looks like a clay pot.
On target observation, Dorothy Ann. The potter wasp is also called the mud dauber because it builds its nest by dabbing mud, just a little at a time. This bug could move right in today, but it's not missing. So what shall I say? For the latest news, check your clues.
Here's another flyer with Halloween colors, telling predators that it would make a yucky meal.
Yep, that tiger moth might as well be carrying a sign saying, "Don't eat me."
One bug you really want to identify right away is the stink bug. Just look for the triangle on its back.
And then get out of there before things really start to stink. That's one mosquito-eating machine. That dragonfly's even got a basket he makes with his legs so he can carry his lunch.
I've heard of eating on the run. This fellow eats on the fly.
Now that the dragonfly's back, we've got a full count in our terrarium. Thanks. You're a real pal.
Stand tall and get ready to receive your daring detective diploma. You stand out from the crowd. You should be proud. You found 2 of the missing bugs.
If I was on a track and field team, I'd want a grasshopper like this one to jump the long jump for my team. It can leap more than 200 times its own length.
That Argiope spider just wrapped up a grasshopper to save it for dinner.
So that's who invented sandwich bags. Yellow jacket females sting you for no good reason, and they fly so fast, and come to think of it, maybe I should keep my distance.
Wherever there are lots of plants and flowers, you'll find lots of insects. They pollinate the plants and eat the seeds, buds, and leaves.
How wonderfully wise of you, Wanda. In the natural world, all the creatures and plants give and take, eat and are eaten. They all work as one to get the job done.
I didn't have to do much research to discover that this meadow is a great habitat for butterflies and moths. With so many flowers here, they can feed on all the nectar they want. The crab spider can change its color to match any flower, but it takes 24 hours for the spider to change.
It takes Miss Frizzle 2 seconds to change us into anything she wants. Now that I'm an ambush bug, it seems that I can scare the daylights out of insects twice my size. I could get used to this. It would be hard for even me, Arnold the ambush bug, to sneak up on a cricket. That's because they all have 2 feelers called cerci in back so they can feel you coming.
These little aphids are constantly sucking sap out of plants and then excreting it out their rear ends. It's called honeydew, and ants find it very tasty.
Lacewings are gardeners' best friends because they love to eat the aphids that attack their plants. Katydids are longhorn crickets with big wings that they fold into triangles. I think they look like big leaves.
Milkweed beetles eat the poisonous milkweed plant, which make these bugs poisonous as well.
To view the other cards,
Now that the dragonfly's back, we've got a full count in our terrarium.
Wow, bugs do see the world a lot differently than we do. Your job is to change this picture so that we humans can see it too. To play, click on each puzzle piece until the right one appears. To get you started, we'll change some pieces for you. Ready? Let's play Bug's Eye View. Looking good. Now I get the picture. See you next time.
You can erase the last. It's up to you. Freshwater pond. Here we come. Wahoo!
What did the river say to the pond?
What, Carlos?
You're all way.
Welcome to the freshwater pond, where you can get wet while you're going wild. This place is just buzzing with bugs. Here's your chance to find
Forest. Jungle.
Pond.
This bug lives in the stinky mud without a care because it uses its tail to reach the fresh air. This final clue should help you without fail. Find the caterpillar look-alike with a mouse's tail. Time to get out and walk about. This bug could live here without a doubt, but it's not the one all the fuss is about. No time to lose. Better check.
This bug is called a water scorpion because it has a long tail like a real scorpion. But the water scorpion uses its tail for breathing, not for stinging.
If my research is correct, this rat-tailed maggot will head straight for the bottom of our terrarium. Thanks for returning it.
See that underwater cat?
Excellent detective work. You're a bodacious bug bagger. You found 3 of the missing bugs. One more to go.
This diving beetle has a nifty way of swimming underwater. He carries a bubble under his wings that lasts for 48 hours. My research has revealed that this giant water bug can actually kill and eat a fish. It helps when you have a sharp, pointed beak and hooks on your front legs to hold the fish still. It's odd but true that the back swimmer swims upside down using its fuzzy hind legs as oars.
So tell me, how did the baby mayfly get its name?
Because it was born in May?
Close. Because when it grows up, it may fly.
You've got to be fast on the draw to catch the way this dragonfly moves. Just look how it hovers in the air, like a helicopter.
Fishing spiders could sit for hours on a lily pad, waiting for just the right food to swim by.
Amazing! A spider that's willing to sit still for its portrait. Check out the action in this pond. All these bugs are busy diving, swimming, crawling, and even running on the water.
It's their way of making a splash in the world.
Becoming a mosquito is no easy job. First,
The mom lays her eggs on the surface of the water. Then the eggs turn into larvae. The larvae turn into pupas, and the pupas turn into mosquitoes.
And I thought it was hard turning in my homework.
With their 4 eyes, whirligig beetles can see below and above the water at the same time. I guess they don't miss much.
Good observation, Wanda. Like my Uncle Citrus used to say, keep your eyes peeled or you'll end up as a meal.
Look at that water strider go. No wonder they're called pond skaters.
Does anyone know the difference between a dragonfly and a damselfly?
Dragonflies breathe fire and damselflies don't?
The damselfly folds its wings over its abdomen when it's resting, and the dragonfly holds its wings straight out.
Springtails have a special way to escape danger. They have a tail spur that's folded against their belly. When they release it, it springs free and shoots them high into the air.
Up it springs and down it goes. And where it stops, nobody knows.
There are 40,000 species of spiders in the world, but the diving bell spider is the only one that hunts, mates, and builds a nest, all inside an underwater diving bell.
Wahoo! This pond is full of fantastic bugs.
I wouldn't mind being a dragonfly. They're truly the acrobats of the air. They can fly backwards, hover like a helicopter, or stop short in midair.
There's no end to the way insects hop and crawl and glide and swim and dive and jump. This pond is an ocean of insects' locomotion.
Baby mayflies are called nymphs, and being a mayfly nymph just may be the strangest thing that's ever happened to me. Look how that dragonfly nymph propels itself by squirting water out of its rear end. If you think you see a mosquito, but you don't hear any buzzing, you're probably looking at a crane fly.
This caddisfly larva has built its own house with shells and stones from the bottom of the pond.
Wow! Not every kid can build their own playpen. The predaceous diving beetle belongs to the family Diticidae. Dite is a Greek word for dive. To view the other cards you've collected, click on the arrows.
See that underwater caterpillar with an extra long tail? It's really a rat-tailed maggot.
Welcome to Bugs Are It, the game show with fabulous prizes that will make you richer than chocolate fudge. I'm your host, Bugsy the Drone. Before you get started, you gotta sign in. Anybody got a problem with that? Just kidding. So, tell me, what'll it be? A one-player game or a two-player game? Okay, one player. Here's a question coming at you. One of these guys can sing. Doobie-doobie-doo. Who is it? Water scorpion. Cricket. Righto. Hey, you're as smart as I look. That cricket is music to my ears. Louie, you're on. 75 nectar. Okay, wise guy. Time for the next question. Here comes another one. This guy swims on his back. Who is he? Diving spider. Back swimmer. I know that. Who else but the back swimmer would be swimming on his back? Louie, you're on. Our ace player has just picked up 125 nectar. Let's move it. Pick another one. Another one coming your way. Can you pick the real scorpion out of this bunch? Water scorpion. Scorpion. And that's the right answer. The other guys might have fooled you, but this guy is the only genuine, real scorpion. Louis, you're on. Just think what you could do with this 1 year's supply of paper products from the Wild Wasp Company. Let's move it. Pick another one. Another one coming your way. Who do you think is the best jumper in this group? Tiger beetle? Grasshopper? Walking stick? Bullseye! What a sharpshooter. The grasshopper is not just the best jumper in this group. He is the only jumper. And here's what you want. 100 nectar. Let's move it. Pick another one. Here comes another one. Which one of these bugs can light up at night? Tiger moth. Firefly. Yours is on a roll now. That firefly is definitely that light in the night you see. Hey, Louis, tell us what this whiz kid has won. Our sharpshooter has won 50 nectar. How about that? Now, let's go to another question. Pick up. Here comes another one. Which one of these bugs lets out a nasty-smelling fluid when it gets upset? Click beetle. Stink bug. Milkweed beetle. Bullseye. What a sharpshooter. Of course, it's the stink bug. How else do you think he got that name? Hey, Louis, tell us what this whiz kid has won. 75 nectar. Okay, wise guy, time for the next question. Here's another one coming at you. His eye spots can scare off predators. What's his name? And that's the right answer. The owl butterfly has spots that make him look like a big-eyed bad guy hiding in the bushes. But he doesn't scare me. And here's what you want. Our sharpshooter has won 50 nectar. How about that? Okay, choose your... Here comes another one. Which one uses light signals to communicate? Firefly. You aced it. Those fireflies aren't just twinkling for the fun of it. They're talking to each other. And here's what you want. 100 nectar. Now, let's go to another question. Another one coming your way. One of these has too many legs to be an insect. Who is it? Centipede. Water strider. Walking stick. Yours is on a roll now. The centipede can have as many as 354 legs. Way too many for this gal to be an insect. Hey, Louis, tell us what this whiz kid has won. You've won a year's supply of odoriferous stink bug perfume. But please, try it out after the show is over. And that's it. You cleared the board. Let's see how many nectars you're taking home with you. Do you want to play the game again? That's all for now, folks. But join us again soon for another round of Bugs Are It, or else you gotta deal with me.
Shall it be here? The jungle's just divine. Go for it!
What can you tell us about the jungle, Miss Frizzle?
Now that's an interesting topic of conversation. Welcome to the jungle, a lush and luxurious home for bugs who like tropical temperatures. It's been a wild ride. Now let's see what's outside.
Wow, isn't that beautiful? That morpho butterfly sparkles with color. You can see that blue shining from nearly a mile away.
So, if I got lost in the jungle, I could send out a butterfly beacon?
Bet your books, Arnold. When the sunshine glimmers, then the morpho shimmers.
That bird had a good scare when the owl butterfly flashed its eye spots.
Those enormous eyes look like they belong to a fierce predator, like me, not a helpless butterfly.
The praying mantis is very useful in the garden because it eats so many destructive insects. It can crunch grasshoppers, crickets, and even small birds in its strong jaws.
I wonder if it's ever tried jawbreaker bubble gum.
I've seen so many shades of green, any bug pretending to be a leaf would never come to grief.
Arnold, you're rhyming.
I didn't mean to rhyme that time. Oh no, I've never done this before. Please, no more.
There's every kind of bug you can imagine in the jungle. From teeny tiny like the biting midge to big and strong.
Like me.
Let's see. Insects have 6 legs, spiders have 8 legs, and centipedes have up to 354 legs. Enough legs for all of them.
The dung beetle. Now there's an insect you don't want to get next to.
The fact is, Arnold, that the dung beetle helps to keep the earth clean by eating animal droppings and using them to lay eggs in.
Phoebe, you have a way of seeing the best in everything. Cockroaches avoid light. If you turn on the light, they scatter.
Assassin bugs are bloodsuckers. Some attack other bugs, and some go after mammals, including people.
How gruesome.
And I'm talking about their nice side.
Click beetles aren't easy to catch. They're the acrobats of the insect world. They can flip themselves into the air.
With an act like that, they could be in show business. Maybe they need an agent.
More bugs live in the jungle than anywhere else in the world.
Then our missing bug has got to be here somewhere.
Here in the jungle, there's so much in store that you can explore.
When a tropical forest is very wet, we call it a jungle.
And we also call it lush, verdant, green, and marvelously moist.
Fireflies don't shine their lights just for the fun of it. They're actually talking to each other.
Whatever they're saying, it's over in a flash.
Bird-eating spiders go hunting in the trees at night. They can catch small birds, lizards, and even snakes.
It's great being a fantastically strong Hercules beetle. If anybody challenges me, I lock my spiny horns around him and flip him over.
Just like flipping a pancake, right, Ralphie?
Yeah, pass me the syrup. I wouldn't want to play tag with a walking stick. They're too hard to see.
That's why they can sit right next to a hungry lizard and never get caught.
Look at those cute biting midges.
How can you say that, Phoebe? Biting midges are so small they can fly through mosquito netting and bite you over and over and over again.
For your information, Arnold, biting midges pollinate cocoa trees that give us cocoa and chocolate. What do you think of them now?
Well, I guess my sweet tooth is worth a few little bites. Most mosquitoes don't carry diseases, but the malaria mosquito does. Malaria is a serious disease which causes fevers and chills.
But the good news is that you can treat malaria with medicine.
Are you sure this isn't really a leaf, Keisha? It has a stem, and it looks like some insect's been chewing on it.
Now you see it, now you don't.
the amazing leaf butterfly. Termites live in large colonies, with up to 2 million of them in one giant nest.
And I thought the school lunchroom was crowded. There are over 3,500 species of cockroaches. Most of them live in the tropics because they like it warm and moist. To view the other cards you've collected, click on the arrows.
It's a bug-eat-bug world out there, and now you've got a chance to help with the hunting. Click the bugs on the plants to make them gobble up the flying bugs. Try to zap all those flying bugs before your time runs out. Way to go! You got him! Nice catch! Nice catch! You got him! Great job! Come back again soon!
You'll find this creature with something it has found, and that it's very devoted to rolling around.
Let's see.
So you brought back our dung beetle. Thanks a lot.
Hooray! You've returned all 4 missing bugs to their terrariums. You're a super sleuth, and we salute you with this awesome achievement award.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay of the Magic School Bus, learning all about these different insects. If you enjoyed, please give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below sharing your thought, tell me what your favorite insect was, and of course, subscribe for more nostalgic gaming. Until the next video, remember you are special and loved, you are never alone, and you're always welcome to come back and hang out anytime. God bless, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye, my friends.